The story begins with a girl named Amelia. She loved exploring the forest near her village. Amelia knew every part of the tangled woods because she grew up there. Despite knowing it well, she always searched for new creatures. Amelia adored animals and spent lots of time learning about them. One day, Amelia found a hidden cave while walking a new path. It was nestled among the trees, unseen before. The cave seemed full of secrets waiting to be discovered. Curious, Amelia decided to explore inside. It was dark and chilly, but she wasn't afraid. She loved finding new things, and this cave was an exciting challenge. As Amelia went deeper, she started feeling uneasy. The air was colder and the darkness felt heavy. Despite her fear, Amelia kept going. She was determined to uncover the cave's mysteries no matter what awaited her inside. Amelia finally reached a large chamber at the center of the cave. She was amazed at how big it was and impressed by its grandeur. But soon, her amazement turned to fear when she saw a strange animal. It had a long nose like a snout, a shaggy fur coat, and big floppy ears that moved in all directions. It looked unlike any animal Amelia had seen before. Despite its strange appearance, Amelia could sense it was friendly as she got closer. She felt a sudden warmth towards the animal and knew she had to help. It seemed harmless, like a cat. But she wasn't completely sure and hoped it wouldn't harm her. Approaching carefully, Amelia saw the animal was in a sorry state. Covered in dirt and mud, its fur was a mess. Seeing its need, Amelia knew she had to act. She gently scooped it up and carried it home. The animal didn't resist and let Amelia hold it easily. But as they left the cave, the sunlight scared it. It wriggled free, running back into the darkness. Without hesitation, Amelia chased after it, finding it hiding in a corner. She slowly coaxed it back outside, helping it adjust to the sunlight. Now that Amelia could see the animal clearly, she wasn't sure if it was really a cat. She had thought so in the cave, but now she had doubts. Still, she decided to take it home. Walking through the village with the strange creature, people stopped and stared. Some asked if it was a cat, but Amelia just smiled and kept quiet. At home, she gently placed the animal on a soft blanket and began grooming it. She spent hours combing out the dirt and mud from its fur. As she worked, the creature started looking more beautiful and exotic. After a long grooming session, the animal looked stunning with shiny, soft fur and a happy expression. Eager to know more, Amelia grabbed her laptop and searched online for hours, trying to identify the creature. Despite her efforts, she couldn't find any answers. She realized she needed another way to figure out what kind of animals she had rescued. Amelia knew she had to share the amazing creature she found in the forest with everyone. She decided to take it to a local cat groomer to see what they thought. Searching online, she found a nearby groomer. Walking confidently into the shop with the animal, the groomers were stunned by its unique appearance. They had never seen anything like it and were eager to learn more. But what happened next surprised everyone. But before we go into more depth, don't forget to subscribe to the Wildlife Stories. We are aiming for 1,000 plus likes on this video, so be sure to like it. Let's continue the story. After lots of questions and investigation, the groomer realized it wasn't a cat at all, and Amelia, the owner of the cat, didn't know anything about the car. As they probed further, they began to suspect it was more than just a peculiar cat. Soon, the groomers couldn't solve the mystery, so they called the police. When the officers arrived, they were just as amazed to see the creature and began investigating. Tests were run, and experts were consulted to uncover the animal's true identity. Amelia watched nervously as everyone tried to figure out what she had brought them. She hoped they would solve the mystery soon and uncover the truth about her newfound friend. Although Amelia felt sorry for the little animal undergoing the tests, she knew it was necessary. As she waited in the shop for the creature to be tested in the grooming room, Amelia heard a loud noise. When she went to the room, she saw the creature escaping through an open window. She immediately realized something was wrong and the creature was in danger. Determined to help, Amelia set out to find it. She hoped the police would assist her, but they refused to share any information about the tests. Left on her own, she returned to the forest and searched for hours, following tracks and scanning the trees, but she couldn't find the cat. As the sun set, Amelia began to lose hope. Then she heard a faint rustling in the bushes. She froze, listening carefully, and saw a flash of movement. Amelia's heart raced as she followed the sound, crawling through the underbrush. When she finally saw the creature again, she was stunned. It was huddled in a small clearing with a litter of newborn babies. As she found the cat with the newborn babies, Amelia's heart melted. She decided then and there she could never give them up. The thought of them being taken away or harmed was unbearable. Determined to protect them, she decided to take them back to her home. But when she neared her house, she saw police officers waiting outside. To protect the cat and her babies, Amelia came up with a plan. She parked her car some distance away and walked quietly to the back of the garden. Seeing no officers there, she slipped through the back door, carrying the cat and her babies safely inside. For a while, things seemed to go well. Amelia worked tirelessly to feed and care for the little family, and they thrived under her care. But as night fell, the creatures became more active and made more noise. Amelia's anxiety grew as she realized the noise might attract attention. Suddenly, she heard a knock at the door. Her heart pounded as she opened it to find a group of police officers standing outside. "We received a report of loud noises coming from your house and need to investigate," one of the officers said. Amelia tried to stall them, but they were determined to enter. They pushed past her and were stunned to see the creatures huddled together. Amelia knew she was in trouble. She pleaded with the officers, but they were firm and escorted her out of her house and into a police car. As she walked to the car, she looked over her shoulder and almost cried at what she saw. Multiple officers were roughly handling the creatures. Amelia couldn't understand why they were being so cruel and shouted at them to be careful, but they didn't listen. Upon reaching the police station, Amelia was swiftly taken to an interrogation room where she sat anxiously, wondering what would happen next. A police officer initially questioned her, but she refused to answer and insisted on speaking with her lawyer. She knew her rights and wasn't going to say anything without legal advice. After some time, the officers agreed to call her lawyer. Meanwhile, in the interrogation room, Amelia couldn't understand why this was all happening. She had simply adopted a cat. How could that be a crime? After what seemed like forever, Amelia's lawyer finally arrived, bringing a sense of hope. With her lawyer present, Amelia recounted everything to the officers. The lawyer assured her she wouldn't go to jail and hadn't broken any laws. The police were just trying to intimidate her for information. When the officers returned, Amelia's lawyer took over the conversation. Eventually, they relented and couldn't keep her in custody any longer. Amelia felt a wave of relief knowing she could leave, but she was still curious about the creature she had found and what would happen to them. Continuing to press the police officers, Amelia insisted on knowing the truth and offering her help. They looked at her and finally said, "All right, we'll tell you. But first, you have to sign a promise that you won't tell anyone what you learned today." Amelia agreed, and the officer handed her the agreement to sign. As the officer agreed to bring Amelia to where the cat and her babies were, she felt immense relief seeing them safe. Then, the officer shared something astonishing with her. He explained that they belonged to a rare breed of cat dating back to ancient times. This breed was so special that people had been searching for it for decades. However, the officer stressed the importance of finding the perfect home for them, a place where they would be safe and well cared for, unlike their previous situation. Amelia hesitated but bravely asked, "Can I take them home?" After much discussion, the police team decided to entrust the cat and her babies to Amelia, but she had to promise never to give them away because they were considered government property. crucial for preserving their unique breed. Amelia agreed, feeling grateful to keep these beloved animals. She worked tirelessly to find them loving homes where they would receive the care they deserved. So what are your thoughts about this heart-touching story? Share your opinions in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on our new animal stories. Your support means the world to us.